Ladies and gentlemen, it's often said that the quality of our lives is determined by the quality of the choices we make. 4 key areas that define our destiny are our mouth, our mood, our money, and our mind. If we learn to control these 4 forces, we unlock the ability to shape our lives with purpose and power. So let's dive into how we can take control of these essential aspects of our life. The words we speak are a reflection of our thoughts, and they have the power to build or destroy. The mouth can be a tool for creation or a weapon of self-sabotage. If you control your tongue, you control your life. Think before you speak. Positive words bring positive outcomes. The power of language can change your relationships, your career, and your self-perception. Speak with intention and clarity. Your mood is not a random event, it is a choice. Every day we face circumstances that could influence how we feel, but we hold the power to choose our emotional responses. It's easy to let negative emotions take control, but mastering your mood means not letting external circumstances dictate your internal world. If you control your mood, you control your ability to act with clarity and purpose, regardless of the chaos around you. Money doesn't define you, but it can empower you to live the life you want. The way you handle money will determine your financial future. Control over money means managing your spending, saving wisely, and investing in your future. Create a budget. Plan for long-term goals and understand the value of financial discipline. Without control over your money, you'll be controlled by it. But with wisdom and restraint, you can use it to build the life you deserve. Your mind is the ultimate tool for success. Your thoughts shape your reality, and by controlling your mind, you can change the course of your life. Feed it with positivity, discipline, and learning. Don't let negative or limiting beliefs hold you back. You are the master of your thoughts, and with the right mindset, no obstacle is insurmountable. Constantly seek personal growth and make your mind work for you, not against you. It's easy to talk about control, but control requires disciplined action. Without consistent effort in these areas, you cannot maintain long-term success. Control is a daily practice. Whether it's your spending habits, your emotional responses, or your thoughts, you must discipline yourself to act in alignment with your values and goals. Small actions compound over time, and the results will speak for themselves. The first step to control is awareness. Without knowing where you are, you can't determine where you want to go. Are you speaking too hastily? Are your emotions controlling your decisions? Are you wasting money on impulse purchases? Take time each day to evaluate yourself honestly. This awareness will give you the insight you need to make better choices and maintain control. Your environment and the people you surround yourself with play a significant role in how you control your mouth, mood, money, and mind. You must be conscious of the influence others have on you. Seek relationships and environments that encourage growth and self-discipline. Surround yourself with those who uplift you, challenge your thinking, and encourage you to take control of your life. Remember, you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Control begins with responsibility. We are responsible for how we speak, how we feel, how we handle our finances, and how we think. Excuses won't lead you to success, accountability will. The moment you take full responsibility for your life, you will find the power to change everything. It's not about blaming circumstances or other people, it's about taking charge and making decisions that move you toward the life you envision. Your mouth is one of the most powerful tools you possess. It has the ability to build bridges, open doors, and create opportunities, but it can also destroy relationships, close doors, and keep you stuck in life. The key is to realize that your words are not random, they reflect your thoughts and beliefs. What comes out of your mouth shapes your reality. Every word you speak has power to uplift, power to inspire, and power to influence others. But it also has power to bring you down if you're not careful. When you speak, do you speak with intention or do you speak without thinking? Too many people let their mouths run freely without considering the consequences. They speak out of frustration, anger, or impatience, and they wonder why things don't seem to improve. You can't change your circumstances by speaking negatively. Negative words breed negative results. They create a world of limitations instead of possibilities. But when you learn to control your mouth, you begin to take control of your life. You'll find that when you speak with purpose, your words align with your goals, your values, and your dreams. Words of encouragement and positivity attract opportunities. Complaints and negativity push them away. In fact, you can tell a lot about someone's future by listening to the way they speak. The words people use reflect their mindset, and if you want a future of success, it starts by using your mouth to declare success, not to lament your current situation. The mouth is also where you can build your relationships. If you speak with kindness, integrity, and respect, you'll naturally draw people to you. Your mouth is your opportunity to make a lasting impact on those around you. Speak with empathy and understanding, and you'll find that people will open up to you, trust you, and want to collaborate with you. But if your words are harsh, critical, or self-centered, don't be surprised if you find yourself isolated, disconnected, and lacking support when you need it most. In your personal life, the way you speak to yourself is just as important. Are you lifting yourself up, or are you tearing yourself down? The internal dialogue you have is just as powerful as the words you speak to others. If you constantly criticize yourself, you will never believe in your potential. But when you speak with self-encouragement, with a positive outlook, you start to act in ways that align with the person you want to become. Mastering the use of your mouth is not just about saying the right things, it's about saying the right things at the right time. It's about learning the power of silence and knowing when not to speak at all. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is listen, and when you do speak, make it count. Speak with clarity, speak with confidence, and most importantly, speak with integrity. When you control your mouth, you begin to shape your world. You turn it into a place of opportunity, positivity, and success. Your words become an instrument of change, not a tool of destruction. So take care with what you say, and remember that every word you speak is a step toward the life you're creating. Speak wisely, speak with purpose, speak with conviction. Your mood is a powerful force in your life. It influences how you see the world, how you approach challenges, and how you interact with others. Many people believe that their mood is determined by external circumstances, by what happens around them, by how other people treat them, or by the events of the day. But the truth is, your mood is something you can control. It's a choice. Too often, we let our circumstances dictate how we feel. If things go well, we're happy. If things don't go as planned, we become frustrated, discouraged, or angry. But allowing external circumstances to control your mood is a losing game. Life will always throw challenges your way, and if you rely on the outside world to set your mood, you'll find yourself constantly at the mercy of those challenges. You'll be up one day, down the next, constantly reacting to life instead of taking charge of it. To master your mood, you must recognize that it's in your hands. No matter what happens, you have the ability to choose how you respond emotionally. The most successful people in life don't let their moods be governed by the ups and downs of their day. They decide how they want to feel, and they choose to maintain a positive outlook, even in the face of adversity. They understand that their mood is a reflection of their attitude, not their circumstances. It's also important to understand that your mood has a ripple effect. When you're in a good mood, you spread positivity to others. People are naturally drawn to you when you are calm, optimistic, and centered. But when you let your mood slide into negativity, it affects everyone around you. A bad mood is contagious. It drags down your team, your family, and your friends. The ability to control your mood is not just about improving your own life, it's about creating an environment where others can thrive as well. Controlling your mood doesn't mean suppressing your emotions or pretending everything is perfect when it's not. It means taking responsibility for how you feel and making a conscious decision to rise above your circumstances. It means choosing to be resilient in the face of challenges and staying calm when things don't go as planned. Instead of reacting impulsively to a difficult situation, take a step back, breathe, and respond thoughtfully. One powerful tool in controlling your mood is gratitude. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, your mood improves almost instantly. Gratitude shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance, from frustration to contentment. It's a simple but effective way to take control of your emotional state and transform your outlook on life. Another important aspect of controlling your mood is emotional discipline. The most successful people in life don't let their emotions control them, they control their emotions. This means recognizing negative feelings as they arise, acknowledging them, but choosing not to let them dictate your actions. It's about developing the mental strength to stay grounded, no matter what happens around you. Mastering your mood is not something that happens overnight. It's a lifelong practice, a habit that you must cultivate day by day. But when you begin to take control of your mood, you'll notice that you start to experience life differently. You'll find that you handle stress with greater ease, you approach challenges with more confidence, and you connect with others on a deeper level. The power to create the life you want is within you, and it starts with mastering your mood. Choose to stay positive, choose to stay calm, and choose to stay centered. When you do, you'll find that the world around you begins to shift in ways you never thought possible. Your mood, like everything else in life, is in your control. So take responsibility for it and use it to build the future you desire. Money is often seen as a source of stress, a symbol of success, or even a measure of happiness. But the truth is, money in and of itself is just a tool that can either work for you or against you, depending on how you manage it The way you handle money is a direct reflection of your discipline, your mindset, and your ability to make thoughtful decisions. To truly control your life, you must first learn to control your money. Too many people live their lives reacting to their finances rather than proactively managing them. They earn money, spend it, and then wait until the next paycheck to do it all over again. This cycle of living paycheck to paycheck creates a constant sense of anxiety and uncertainty. It's a vicious cycle that keeps you trapped in a mindset of scarcity instead of abundance. But the moment you decide to take control of your money, you shift your entire financial outlook. You stop being a victim of your circumstances and start being the master of your financial destiny. The key to financial control starts with a mindset shift. Instead of thinking of money as something that's always slipping through your fingers, you need to think of it as a resource you can manage, grow, and multiply. How you manage your money today determines your financial future. If you spend without thought, if you live beyond your means, you'll find yourself trapped in a cycle of debt and financial stress. But if you budget, save, and invest wisely, you will create a solid foundation for your future, and that foundation will continue to grow over time. One of the most important steps in controlling your money is creating a plan. If you don't know where your money is going, you'll never be able to control it. That's why it's critical to develop a budget, track your spending, and allocate your resources with intention. A budget is not about restricting yourself, it's about freeing yourself to make conscious choices. When you understand where your money goes, you can make adjustments to align your spending with your values and goals. Saving is another key element in money management. Too many people focus only on earning more money without considering the importance of saving. Saving isn't about denying yourself the things you enjoy, it's about building a safety net, a cushion that protects you from unexpected challenges and gives you the freedom to invest in opportunities. You don't need to save a fortune, but you need to start. Even small, consistent savings over time can grow into a significant nest egg that gives you peace of mind and greater financial freedom. Investing is the next step in building wealth. Money sitting idle in a bank account doesn't grow, it loses value over time due to inflation. But when you invest, you put your money to work. Whether it's in stocks, real estate, or other vehicles, investing allows your money to grow and work for you. The key here is to start early and to be disciplined. It's not about making quick, risky moves to try to get rich fast. It's about consistent, thoughtful investing that compounds over time. One of the most important principles in controlling your money is avoiding the trap of debt. Debt can be a powerful tool when used wisely, but for most people, it's a weight that holds them back from reaching their full potential. High-interest debt, such as credit card debt, can quickly spiral out of control and rob you of your financial freedom. Pay off high-interest debts first and work toward becoming debt-free. Living debt-free gives you the freedom to invest in your future, to pursue your passions, and to live a life without the burden of financial worry. But controlling your money isn't just about the numbers, it's about your mindset toward money. Are you constantly worrying about it? Do you see money as the root of all evil or as a necessary evil to get by? Or do you view money as a tool that can help you live a better life, support your family, and create opportunities for growth and contribution? The way you think about money will determine how you handle it. If you see money as something you can control, manage, and use to your advantage, you'll create a financial future that works for you. Ultimately, money is a reflection of your values, your habits, and your decisions. If you treat it with respect, if you are disciplined in how you manage it, and if you use it to build wealth and freedom, money will work for you. But if you let it control you, if you are careless in your spending, or if you rely on credit and debt to get by, you will always be at the mercy of your finances. The choice is yours. So take control of your money. Create a plan, save and invest wisely, avoid debt, and develop a mindset that sees money as a tool for growth, opportunity, and freedom. When you take control of your money, you take control of your future. Your mind is the most powerful asset you have. It is the source of all your actions, decisions, and beliefs. Everything you create or experience in life begins with a thought, and your thoughts shape the reality you live in. If you don't take control of your mind, it will take control of you. The truth is, you can't control everything that happens in the world around you, but you absolutely can control how you respond to it. And that begins with mastering your mind. The first step to controlling your mind is understanding that your thoughts don't always reflect the truth. Thoughts come and go, and many of them are simply automatic reactions to external events. You might feel overwhelmed, anxious, or negative at times, but those feelings don't have to dictate your actions. Your thoughts are not who you are. They are simply the product of your environment, your past experiences, and your mindset. To truly control your mind, you must recognize this and understand that you have the power to change your thoughts. Most people let their minds run wild, chasing one thought after another without any clear direction or purpose. They spend their days caught up in worry, regret, or doubt. They believe that these thoughts are simply inevitable, that they don't have a choice but to feel what they feel. But that's not true. The key to mastering your mind is awareness. You must pay attention to your thoughts, to the inner dialogue you're having with yourself, and be mindful of the emotions they trigger. When you become aware of your thoughts, you gain the ability to question them. Are they helping you? Are they serving your goals? If not, then it's time to replace them with thoughts that do. This is where personal development comes into play. Your mind is like a muscle, it needs to be trained. Just like you wouldn't expect to run a marathon without proper training, you can't expect to achieve your greatest potential without developing your mind. Reading, learning, and exposing yourself to new ideas are key to strengthening your mind. The more you expose yourself to new perspectives, the more you grow. You become aware of new possibilities and learn to think in ways that open doors rather than close them. Controlling your mind also means controlling your emotions. Your emotions are powerful, but they are not facts. When something goes wrong, it's easy to let frustration or anger take over. It's easy to feel discouraged when things aren't going as planned. But your emotions are temporary, and if you let them control your decisions, you will make impulsive choices that often don't align with your best interests. Instead of reacting to your emotions, learn to observe them, acknowledge them, and choose to respond in a way that aligns with your goals and values. One of the greatest tools for controlling your mind is developing a positive mindset. When you focus on the good in life, when you see challenges as opportunities to grow, you shift your entire perspective. A positive mindset doesn't mean ignoring the difficulties or pretending that life is always easy. It means choosing to focus on what you can control, on what you can learn, and on the possibilities that exist even in the most difficult situations. When you develop the habit of focusing on the positive, your mind begins to look for solutions instead of problems. Another crucial aspect of mastering your mind is discipline. Without discipline, your mind will drift, and you'll find yourself thinking whatever comes to the surface. But with discipline, you can direct your thoughts and energy toward what truly matters. This discipline is essential if you want to focus on your goals and achieve success. It's about staying on course even when distractions and challenges arise. The disciplined mind doesn't give up at the first sign of difficulty. It pushes through, learns from mistakes, and stays focused on the bigger picture. Your mind is also where your beliefs are formed. The beliefs you hold about yourself, the world, and your potential will determine the actions you take. If you believe that you are capable of achieving great things, you will act in ways that move you toward those achievements. But if you believe that you are limited, that you're not good enough, or that success is for others but not for you, your actions will reflect that belief. To control your mind, you must work to change limiting beliefs into empowering ones. Replace thoughts of doubt with thoughts of confidence. Change "I can't" into "I will." Finally, remember that the mind is influenced by the people and environments around you. If you want to control your mind, you need to be intentional about what you expose yourself to. Seek out books, podcasts, and people who challenge you to think bigger and better. Surround yourself with those who inspire you, motivate you, and encourage you to develop your mind. Avoid negativity, pessimism, and anything that drags you down. Protect your mind from the clutter and distractions of the world so that you can focus on what truly matters. Mastering your mind is not a one-time event, it's a lifelong practice. Every day you make choices that shape your mental habits, your mindset, and ultimately your life. The more you practice controlling your mind, the easier it becomes. You begin to realize that the only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. The world around you may be unpredictable, but with a disciplined, focused mind, you can navigate any challenge and create the life you desire. So take control of your thoughts, take control of your beliefs, and take control of your mind. Your future is shaped by what you think today. The key to achieving anything in life lies not in wishing for it, not in hoping for it, but in disciplined action. Success is never a result of mere intention, it's the product of consistent effort over time. Many people talk about their goals, their dreams, and their aspirations, but it's the actions you take day in and day out that will determine whether you realize those dreams or simply talk about them. Disciplined action means taking purposeful steps toward your goals, even when it's difficult, even when you don't feel like it, and even when the rewards seem far off. It's about showing up consistently, doing the work even when it's inconvenient, and maintaining focus even when distractions arise. The difference between those who achieve and those who don't is often not talent or intelligence, but the ability to take disciplined action day after day despite obstacles. Too often, people rely on motivation to get things done, but motivation is fleeting. It comes in bursts and it fades just as quickly. Motivation is like a spark. It can ignite a fire, but it's discipline that keeps the fire burning. If you wait for motivation to take action, you may never get started. But if you rely on discipline, you'll be able to push through even the toughest days. Discipline is what carries you when the excitement fades and when the road becomes challenging. It's the ability to do what you need to do, even when you don't feel like doing it. The power of disciplined action is that it compounds. Small, consistent steps taken every day add up over time. It's the daily effort, the small habits, the tiny actions that seem insignificant in the moment but eventually lead to massive results. The law of compounding says that things grow exponentially. If you consistently take action, no matter how small, you will look back one day and be amazed at how far you've come. However, disciplined action requires clarity and focus. You can't just work hard for the sake of working hard. You need to have a clear vision of where you want to go, and then break that vision down into specific, actionable steps. It's about creating a plan and sticking to it. It's easy to be busy, but being busy doesn't always mean being productive. It's not about doing more, it's about doing the right things consistently. There will be times when you question whether the effort is worth it, when you wonder if the sacrifices are really leading to anything. This is when disciplined action becomes most important. When the results aren't immediately visible, when the journey feels long and the end goal distant, it's easy to give up. But it's in these moments that your commitment to discipline will determine whether you push through or quit. The most successful people aren't the ones who give up when things get tough. They're the ones who keep taking action, even when the rewards seem far away. They understand that success is not an overnight event, but the result of years of consistent, disciplined work. Every step you take toward your goal is a victory. Every small task you complete is a step closer to the life you want to create. But success requires more than just effort, it requires the right effort. It's about being intentional with your actions, knowing exactly what you need to do and focusing on what moves you closer to your goal. Sometimes this means saying no to distractions, saying no to short-term gratification, and saying yes to what truly matters. In addition to taking disciplined action, it's essential to learn from your actions. Each step you take is a chance to learn, grow, and improve. Mistakes are part of the journey, but the key is to make sure they don't stop you. Mistakes are not failures, they are lessons. If you take action, fail, learn, and continue to act with greater knowledge and precision, you'll find yourself progressing faster than those who remain paralyzed by fear of making mistakes. Discipline also builds confidence. The more you act with discipline, the more you realize that you are in control of your life. You realize that you have the power to shape your future through the actions you take today. The more disciplined you become, the more you understand that success is not a matter of chance, but a matter of choice. Ultimately, the power of disciplined action is the power of consistency. It's not about making grand gestures or taking huge risks. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, and sticking to the process. The results may not be immediate, but they will come. Success doesn't happen overnight, but it happens consistently. The difference between where you are today and where you want to be lies in the actions you take day after day, year after year. When you harness the power of disciplined action, you are building a future based on the choices you make now. So don't wait for the perfect moment to take action. Don't wait for the motivation to hit. Start today, even if it's just one small step. Every disciplined action you take today will compound into massive success tomorrow. The power of disciplined action is in your hands, and it's the key to creating the life you desire. Self-awareness is the foundation upon which all personal growth is built. Without it, we can wander through life without understanding why we make certain choices, why we react the way we do, or why we seem to be stuck in the same patterns. Self-awareness allows you to truly understand yourself, your motivations, your strengths, and your weaknesses. It's the lens through which you can see not only your potential, but also the obstacles standing in your way. Without self-awareness, it's impossible to make meaningful progress in any area of life. To be self-aware means to have a clear understanding of who you are and where you are in life. It means knowing your values, your priorities, your passions, and even your fears. It means recognizing your habits, your emotional triggers, and how you respond to the world around you. The more deeply you know yourself, the better equipped you are to make decisions that align with your true purpose. When you're self-aware, your choices are no longer driven by external pressures, expectations, or impulse. They're guided by your own values and long-term vision. A lot of people live their lives on autopilot, simply reacting to the world around them, making decisions based on what others think, or following the path that society has laid out for them. But if you want to live a life of purpose and fulfillment, you need to step off that autopilot and become an active participant in shaping your life. And that starts with self-awareness. It's about taking the time to reflect on your thoughts, your behaviors, and your life choices. When you pause and examine your life with honest clarity, you begin to uncover the reasons behind your actions, which gives you the power to change. One of the greatest benefits of self-awareness is the ability to identify your strengths. When you know what you're good at, you can focus your energy on developing those areas, leveraging them to move closer to your goals. Rather than wasting time on things that aren't your natural talents, you can spend your time and resources on the things that allow you to excel. But just as importantly, self-awareness helps you recognize your weaknesses. And rather than being discouraged by them, you can make an effort to improve or compensate for them. Recognizing your weaknesses allows you to make smarter decisions, whether it's seeking help from others who are stronger in that area or putting systems in place to prevent those weaknesses from holding you back. Self-awareness also helps you manage your emotions. It's easy to get swept up in anger, frustration, or fear when things don't go according to plan. But when you're self-aware, you're able to observe your emotions without letting them control you. You can pause and choose a more constructive response rather than reacting impulsively. Emotions are powerful, but they don't have to dictate your actions. When you understand the emotional triggers that influence your decisions, you gain control over them. This means you're less likely to make rash decisions in moments of stress or frustration and more likely to respond thoughtfully and calmly, no matter the situation. The more you know about yourself, the more effectively you can set goals that are aligned with your true desires. Too many people set goals based on what they think they should want, based on what others expect from them, or based on superficial achievements like money or status. But self-awareness allows you to tap into your deeper values and passions. When your goals reflect who you truly are and what you truly want, the pursuit of those goals becomes far more meaningful and fulfilling. You will no longer feel like you're working towards someone else's dream, you'll be working toward your own. Another aspect of self-awareness is the ability to recognize your habits, both the productive and the destructive ones. All of us have habits that we've developed over time, and some of those habits are working for us while others are holding us back. Self-awareness allows you to pinpoint the habits that are not serving you well. Maybe you're procrastinating, or maybe you're caught up in negative self-talk, or maybe you're allowing distractions to steal your time. By becoming aware of these habits, you can start taking intentional steps to break free from them. But this requires honesty with yourself. You have to be willing to look at the things you might not want to see. And this can be difficult, but it's a necessary step for growth. Self-awareness also improves your relationships with others. When you understand your own emotions, triggers, and communication style, you can interact with others in a more thoughtful and empathetic way. You're less likely to react defensively in a disagreement, and more likely to listen with understanding. And when you are aware of your own needs and desires, you're better equipped to communicate those needs clearly, fostering stronger, healthier relationships. It's not about changing others, it's about understanding yourself and how your actions impact those around you. Ultimately, self-awareness empowers you to take control of your life. It gives you the insight needed to make better decisions, to correct course when needed, and to pursue your goals with a clearer sense of direction. It's the difference between drifting through life and living a life that is intentional, purposeful, and fulfilling. The more self-aware you are, the more power you have over your own destiny. The journey to self-awareness is ongoing, but it's one of the most valuable pursuits you can undertake. The more you understand yourself, the more you can unlock your true potential and create a life that truly reflects who you are. We all live in a world that is constantly influencing us, our environment, the people around us, the media we consume, and the thoughts that swirl in our own minds. But what most people fail to realize is that influence is a two-way street. While we are influenced by the world, we also have the power to influence it. The ability to be mindful of the influence we allow into our lives and the influence we have on others is a critical component of personal growth and success. First and foremost, you must recognize that everything you expose yourself to shapes your thoughts, your beliefs, and ultimately your actions. The books you read, the podcasts you listen to, the people you associate with, and even the social media you engage with all have a profound impact on your mindset and your life. If you're not careful, you could find yourself surrounded by negativity, limited thinking, and poor habits, all of which can slowly erode your ability to achieve your goals. But the good news is that you can choose the influences that shape your mind. The power is in your hands. Mindfulness of influence begins with awareness. You need to examine the sources of influence in your life and ask yourself, are these sources adding value? Are they supporting my growth, or are they keeping me stuck? Many people allow themselves to be surrounded by negative influences, whether it's the company they keep, the news they consume, or the habits they've developed over time. If you want to achieve success and live a fulfilling life, you must begin to curate your influences with intention. You need to surround yourself with people, ideas, and environments that encourage growth, positivity, and forward momentum. The people you associate with have an incredible impact on your life. You've probably heard the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. It's not just a catchy phrase, it's the truth. The people you spend time with influence your mindset, your habits, and your overall outlook on life. If you surround yourself with individuals who are negative, complacent, or stuck in their own limited thinking, you will inevitably adopt their mindset. But if you choose to surround yourself with positive, driven, and forward-thinking individuals, their influence will push you to think bigger, act bolder, and strive harder. You must be mindful of the relationships you nurture and be willing to distance yourself from those who hinder your growth. At the same time, you must understand that you are not just a passive recipient of influence, you are an active source of influence yourself. Whether you realize it or not, your actions, words, and energy have an impact on the people around you. The way you carry yourself, the way you handle challenges, and the way you communicate with others sends a message. You are either elevating those around you or dragging them down. The question is, what kind of influence are you being? Are you someone who inspires others to be better, to think bigger, to act with purpose? Or are you someone who fosters negativity, complaint, or complacency? Being mindful of your influence means understanding the role you play in the lives of others and taking responsibility for the energy you bring to every interaction. Mindfulness of influence also extends to the media and information you consume. In today's world, information is constantly bombarding us from every direction: news outlets, social media, advertisements, and more. But not all information is created equal. The content you consume can shape your worldview, impact your emotional state, and influence your actions. If you're constantly absorbing negative news, sensationalized stories, and fear-driven media, it can be easy to feel overwhelmed, anxious, and hopeless. On the other hand, if you fill your mind with positive, uplifting, and growth-oriented content, you'll find yourself feeling more inspired, focused, and motivated. The media you consume should align with your values and contribute to your mental well-being, not detract from it. It's important to remember that influence is not limited to the external forces around you. It also includes the thoughts and beliefs you hold within yourself. Your internal dialogue is a powerful force in shaping your reality. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, that success is out of reach, or that you're incapable of change, those thoughts will become self-fulfilling prophecies. But if you adopt a mindset of possibility, of growth, and of self-belief, you will naturally attract the success and opportunities that align with those beliefs. Your internal influence shapes your external world. Be mindful of the thoughts you allow to occupy your mind, because they are the ones that will determine the actions you take and the life you create. The beauty of being mindful of influence is that you have the power to choose. You can choose what you allow into your mind, who you associate with, and how you use your own influence to impact others. And when you make conscious choices about what influences you, you begin to shift the course of your life. By surrounding yourself with the right people, consuming the right information, and cultivating a positive and growth-oriented mindset, you create an environment where success is inevitable. Remember, you are not a passive participant in life. You are constantly being influenced, and you are constantly influencing others. The key to living a life of purpose and achievement is to be intentional about the influences you allow to shape your thoughts, actions, and outcomes. Be mindful of the energy you bring to the table, the ideas you feed your mind, and the people you allow into your circle. When you are conscious of your influences, you take control of your destiny. And in doing so, you unlock the power to create the life you've always dreamed of. Taking responsibility for your life is the cornerstone of personal growth and success. It means acknowledging that the choices you make, the actions you take, and the mindset you cultivate directly influence the outcome of your life. The first step to living a life of fulfillment and achievement is understanding that you are in charge. No one else is responsible for your happiness, your success, or your circumstances. The moment you take responsibility is the moment you take control of your destiny. Too many people live in a state of denial or blame, constantly pointing fingers at external circumstances, their upbringing, or the people around them. It's easy to blame the economy, the government, or your family for where you are in life, but the truth is, you have more control than you realize. Your circumstances are not the sole determining factor of your future. Your response to them is. When you take responsibility, you stop playing the victim and start playing the role of the creator of your own life. Taking responsibility doesn't mean you're expected to do everything alone or bear the weight of the world on your shoulders. It's about recognizing that the decisions you make have consequences, both good and bad. It's about owning up to your mistakes and learning from them, rather than making excuses or shifting blame. It's about being accountable for your actions, your attitude, and your behavior, regardless of the circumstances. There's an immense power in taking responsibility. When you take full ownership of your life, you stop waiting for things to change on their own. You stop waiting for someone else to come along and fix things. Instead, you take action. You look for solutions instead of focusing on problems. You take charge of your learning, your growth, and your path forward. You become proactive rather than reactive. One of the most important areas where responsibility plays a critical role is in your mindset. Life is filled with challenges, setbacks, and difficult situations. How you respond to these challenges determines your success. If you take responsibility for your mindset, you understand that your thoughts are under your control. You don't let negative thoughts or emotions dictate your actions. Instead, you choose to approach difficulties with resilience, optimism, and a belief that you can overcome them. You take responsibility for your own attitude and emotions, knowing that your mental state will shape the way you respond to everything life throws at you. Moreover, taking responsibility means understanding that growth requires effort, and that effort is your responsibility. No one else can do the work for you. You must take responsibility for your personal development, your education, and your well-being. If you want to become successful, you must actively seek out opportunities to grow. You must be committed to learning new skills, gaining new knowledge, and continually improving yourself. Growth is not something that happens by accident. It happens because you take the responsibility to push yourself, to step outside your comfort zone, and to continually strive for more. Taking responsibility also means managing your time and energy. Many people waste their time allowing distractions, procrastination, or the demands of others to steer their focus away from what truly matters. When you take responsibility for your time, you understand that every moment is an opportunity to move closer to your goals. You prioritize what's important, eliminate unnecessary distractions, and make conscious choices about how you spend your time. You are in charge of how you spend your day, and by taking responsibility for your time, you create the conditions for success. Another vital aspect of responsibility is owning your financial situation. Your financial health is a direct reflection of the choices you make about money, your work, and your future. If you want to achieve financial freedom, you must take responsibility for your income, your spending habits, and your saving practices. It's not about blaming the economy or your job for where you are financially. It's about taking control of your financial decisions and making the changes needed to improve your financial situation. You must educate yourself about money, create a plan, and take disciplined actions toward achieving your financial goals. When you take responsibility for your finances, you empower yourself to create the life you desire. Taking responsibility also means taking care of your physical health. Your body is your vehicle for life. It's the tool that allows you to pursue your goals, enjoy your passions, and engage with the world. If you're not taking care of your health, you're limiting your ability to achieve your full potential. Responsibility for your health means making choices that nurture your body, such as exercising regularly, eating nutritious foods, and getting enough rest. It also means addressing any bad habits that might be harming your health and making a commitment to improving your well-being. Taking responsibility for your health is not about perfection. It's about making consistent, mindful choices that allow you to show up as your best self. When you take responsibility for your life, you stop waiting for things to change. You stop hoping that success will come without effort. Instead, you understand that the power to shape your life is in your hands. You start making decisions based on where you want to go, not where you've been. You stop making excuses and start taking action. You begin to realize that you are the architect of your own future. Remember, life is a series of choices, and with every choice comes responsibility. The more responsibility you take for your life, the more control you gain over your future. The more you own your actions, your decisions, and your mindset, the more you realize that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. It's not about waiting for the perfect circumstances or the right moment. It's about stepping up and taking full responsibility for where you are and where you're going. You have the power to create the life you desire, and that power begins with taking responsibility.